Hello from Denver. It is so sunny here. It's 55 degrees and it's February. Like, this is crazy. Huge selling point to live here, honestly. Wow. All right, anyway, what I was saying was, first of all, it's so quiet here. I'm not used to being in a city where it's like quiet. I'm in the Rhino Art District. From what I've heard, it really took a hit during COVID, so I think maybe it's just all dead these days. But it's also a Monday, but it's so sunny. I'm so enjoying it. And there's all these scooters everywhere, like legit, like electric scooters, not like Vespas, which is an interesting note. But I'm gonna go get some groceries, just like some peanut butter and stuff to have in the hotel room for the week. And meet Ethan after he's done. He's doing F45. I obviously recommended that workout to him. I haven't even done it yet. I was planning on doing it all week with him, but I'm under the weather, so I'm trying to rest up. So the rest of the week, maybe later in the week, I can work out with him, try out some workout classes. So that's the plan. Welcome to the Denver vlog. So first spot ever here in Denver. It's day one, and we got advice from our Uber driver as well as the front desk girl at Capert Hotel, which is an extended stay hotel that we are staying at. They are hosting us. I will have an entire video on that. It's amazing. But we got this local recommendation to go to Denver Central Market, I believe, and there's a bunch of local vendors in
District
there.
Market?
No,
oh.
Denver Central Market, we think. I'll pop it up here. We're gonna go head in. I know. What'd you get?
Salmon poke.
How is it?
It's okay.
Oh. You're not thrilled?
Not thrilled.
Okay.
I'm spoiled.
Sure, New York sushi is the best. Good morning vlog, it's day 2 in Denver. I'm feeling the same, which I guess is good because it's not worse. This is my view in the hotel room. I'm probably, if not today, tomorrow, I need to try to get a good tour of the hotel here. I'm gonna have Ethan film that for me via YouTube, but maybe I can get like my TikTok and Instagram reel done today without having to speak because I don't sound very good. But I feel good, so that's good. So I'm gonna go meet Ethan downstairs and work in this like library area they have here at Capert and get some work done, eat some breakfast, and then we're either gonna go to like a brewery or something to do work, because that's the thing here, it's a coffee shop by day where you do work, brewery by night, or a WeWork, because Ethan belongs to WeWork in New York, so he's able to get access here, but I don't know if I can. We'll see.
I'm Nikki Koplitz. I'm a tech professional and personal trainer based out of Denver, Colorado. For brewery, I would really recommend Improper City. It's in Rhino. It is a great spot to work from during the day and grab coffee at, but at night it turns into a super fun like brewery slash bar. They have really great beer selection and it's just like such a fun atmosphere.
Hi everyone, my name is Raina. I live in Boulder, Colorado. Jen, thank you so much for having me on your YouTube video. There's basketball games that you can go to that are super fun. Nuggets are the home team for Denver.
All right, day 2, I was not able to bring my camera into the Nuggets game. You can't bring your camera into big arenas or stadiums like that. But Raina suggested going to a Nuggets game, so we did. It's in downtown Denver. We got tacos right before at this place called Machete, Tequila and Tacos, I believe it was called. It was so crowded in there and amazing. The tacos were like to die for, which we were not expecting.
The game was so fun. What we thought was so interesting, which we'll talk a lot more about at the end of this video and our insights, but it was like very quiet outside, but then everywhere you go it's crowded. It was weird, but the game was so fun. We had the best time, and it was honestly like a smaller arena, which was kind of fun because it wasn't as overwhelming. So let's cut to day 3, where I'm going to try the best Mediterranean food in Denver.
So in Denver, I highly recommend going to the restaurant called Safta. New York Times rated it in their top 50. Definitely check it out. It's incredible Mediterranean food.
All right, so now we're trying out Safta. This is one of New York Times' top 50 restaurants, and we just realized this is actually one of our favorite chefs from when we went to school in New Orleans, from the restaurant Shaya. His name is Alon Shaya, and we already know that we're obsessed with his food, so that was a pleasant surprise. And you're getting really close now.
Crispy, tell, and then it's soft in the middle, just like we want a falafel. And spice, and the tahini balances it out.
Rate it, 1 out of 10 of all the falafel you've ever had.
8.5.
All right, how's the squash turkey dip?
Really good. Love the consistency.
Happy Camper is just really fun. They also happen to have really good food, which is just a plus, honestly. I really love the pizza there, but when you go, it's almost like being at a campground minus the bugs and the like having to cook your own food part. It's just super eclectic. Some of the seats are around a campfire, some of the seats are in like a wooden swing. It's just a really cool ambiance and super fun to go out at too.
Okay, so Happy Camper was recommended by basically every single person that I asked for recommendations. It is a place for, it's a bar, but they have really good pizza. Apparently it's fun to day drink, but we're eating at Root Down, which is another recommendation from Nikki, and I believe someone else also recommended Root Down. So we're doing both tonight because they're next door to each other, and we are in Lohi. Let's go in. How is it? It's their home brewed IPA.
It's really good.
Okay, so next up, we're going to Lecker Coffee Shop. This is a coffee shop owned by a woman and her daughter. It's local right in Rhino where we are staying, and apparently they have really good food, really good coffee. It's a great place to work, so we're gonna go check it out. A bunch of proceeds go to some charity, so we're gonna ask them to tell us more about that.
Lecker Coffee. We started Lecker Coffee with the intent of spreading awareness of rhino poaching and what's going on with that around the world. So we donate 10% of our profits to Care for Wild, which is the largest rhino orphanage and sanctuary in the world. And anytime a mother rhino is poached at Kruger National Park, they will take the baby, if they can find them, back to this facility and introduce them to the other orphan So you should go check it out, and thanks for stopping by.
Okay, first of all, this cold brew is amazing. It is such a cute vibe, and the mother and daughter who own this place are so fun and cute. I would 100% work here all day if I lived here. Then tell us about your tea.
You know, when you taste tea and you say to yourself, that's tea, it's good. That's exactly how I feel about this tea. It's tea, and it's good. It's a weird question to ask me of like how I feel about the tea.
I just feel like it's good.
That's
What did you get?
That's literally what I said.
What did you get?
I don't know, some floral stuff.
Okay, and what was your interesting insight about the rhino of it all?
I just thought that rhino was an acronym for something else.
I think it is.
Well, maybe it originally was, but then it seems like they really embraced the whole rhino part of it and actually connecting that to the animal.
Yeah.
So you see like statues everywhere and symbols all over the place, and businesses are developed based on rhinos. It's kind of interesting. It's like,
Yeah.
huh, they really like took advantage of that correlation. And,
All right,
like,
why don't you
went for
introduce
it.
where we're going next, the next local recommendation.
Next we're going.
See if you listen to me.
Next we're going to the art bar.
Nope.
It's kind of
It's
an
not a
art
bar.
but
An
it's
immersive art experience called Meow Wolf.
I listen though, Meow Wolf. I don't know why they would name it Meow Wolf, but I'm sure there's a good reason.
I don't know, but everyone recommended it, so let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
There's also in Denver, Red Rocks, which is, in my opinion, the most incredible concert venue in the world. It's outside, you're literally in the rocks, and we've seen like 5 or 6 concerts there. Incredible. Also in Denver, you want to go to Larimer Square, which is an incredible little area for shopping, closed off to cars. There's tons of arts venues, jewelry shops, coffee shops, all the things. Definitely check it out. And I highly, highly recommend that if you're in Denver, you make 1 or 2 days if you can for Boulder. Number 1, Boulder has the most beautiful nature in the world. Definitely check out Sugarloaf Mountain Trail. That's where we lived for 4 months. It's beautiful. Check out Chautauqua Trail, Flagstaff Trail, El Dorado Canyon. There's the most beautiful, beautiful sights, and it's really doable for beginners, intermediate, or advanced hikers.
Okay, so one final tip was from Raina, who actually lives closer to Boulder, and she said that we should take a day trip to Boulder. So first, we're checking out the Red Rock Amphitheater, which is one of the coolest venues I've ever been to, but it's also an amazing hiking trail and just with beautiful views. And then after this, we are gonna head over to Boulder, check out Pearl Street, one of the trails Raina recommended. So here is what she recommended. So typically this looks really red and beautiful, almost like pictures of Arizona, but it just snowed really hard last night, but it is still so beautiful. You see some of the red over here. Went to the Red Rocks. It was insanely beautiful. We almost didn't come, so I'm so glad we made it work. Now we're heading to Boulder for the day. It's already 1:30, but we're gonna go to, what is it called? Chautauqua. Now we're going to Chautauqua Trail, which is right near town in Boulder. Apparently it's like a must see, even if you don't do the whole hike or the whole trail. We're gonna check that out. It's probably too icy and snowy to really do a full hike today anyway, so don't feel that bad about being late on timing. Then we're gonna check out Pearl Street, which is where all the shops are. We got some good food recommendations. Raina said we should go to Thrive. Someone else said that too. Ethan's friend Josh lived in Boulder for a minute, so he gave us some recommendations. Josh recommended Chautauqua for hiking. Must go even if just to see. Walk Pearl Street, Dushanbe Tea House for tea, La Choza for tacos, Tibet Kitchen for momos, which is like dumplings. So I think we're gonna do both of those things. Okay, I think I forgot to take footage while in Golden, but I took so many pictures. Ethan and I are now obsessed with it. It's our new favorite small town. You call it a small town?
Yeah, it's a small town. So now we're driving 30 minutes to Chautauqua, something like that, trail in Boulder, and then we're gonna go to Pearl Street. It was the cutest town ever. It was really small, but there's like everything you could possibly need there, and so much character, and there were so many people walking around, which we didn't find so much in Denver, which we'll talk about at the end of the video, our insights on what we feel it's like to live there. And then there's going to be a separate video where locals tell you what it's really like to live there. So subscribe so you don't miss either. We absolutely loved it. I wish we had more time there. It was such a gorgeous, cute town. So much to do, honestly. Now we're driving to Boulder.
Hello from New York. It is the end of the vlog where I gave you the ultimate travel guide to Denver by taking local recommendations, and I want to give you just a little overall, like, what was Denver like? What are my thoughts after doing all of that? So it's so hard to compare New York City to any other city. Like, I have a new appreciation for New York City. It was just weird. Like, I'm walking around Denver with Ethan and there's no one in sight. It was like a ghost town. We think it's because it's a driving city, so there's really not great public transportation and it's very spread out. So you have to have a car to live there. So since everyone drives everywhere, there's just not much like walking around, I guess. It's not really crowded streets. It's low energy for sure. It's way chiller energy. We had some really good food, but like nothing compared to New York City. What I will say is the brewery scene and the bars and like the coffee shop scene is awesome. That's one huge thing for me. Like, a lot of the breweries are places you can work at during the day. They're co-working spaces, they're coffee shops. There's really cool local coffee shops. Like, I loved that scene. And every time I went to dinner or went to one of those spots, it was filled with like really cool people. I just never saw them outside or on the streets. It was really weird. It's definitely a quieter city, but when we got out over the weekend and went to Boulder and Golden, it was just incredible. And it allowed me to understand why people move to Denver. I assume that's like the city where your friends and, you know, the job opportunity is, but you're so close to the mountains and the outdoors, and it's just incredible. Ethan and I realized we actually don't see ourselves living there. We really thought we would, but we had such a good time. Like, that place, Happy Camper, how cool. Like, such a vibe for drinks. Like, there's just a really cool, chill drink and coffee and brewery scene there. So those are my conclusions. Thank you for watching. Now we're back to New York City content. If there are any other cities you guys want us to go explore, see what it's like to live there, get local insights, definitely comment them down below. If you really want to know what it's like to live in Denver, I have a whole video where a bunch of locals gave me insights on like weather, social scene, apartment hunting, all of that. So I will put that up here and in the description below. But back to regularly scheduled New York City and wellness content. But to me, travel is a huge part of self-care and growth for me, and new experiences is as well. So I want to help you guys if you're thinking about moving somewhere else for a new experience. If I'm going to a new city, I'm going to help you guys out with some content there. So if you like this video, please do subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. It helps the algorithm. And I hope to see you next week in our next video.